So, was she like professional or something? Or?
Yeah, so my aunt actually got under the top 60 in the world.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Damn.
she's very good. She still can kick my butt. But yeah, no, her and my uncle. So basically, my whole dad's side of the family is tennis kingdom. So my cousins, my other three of my cousins all play Division I tennis as well.
Wow.
And beyond them, they have cousins from their mom's side of their family, and they've all played anywhere from D1 to D2 tennis as well. So
Do you play against them like professionally?
the tennis dynasty. No.
Do you play against them like professionally?
Professionally?
Like you find them on the court ever like?
Yeah.
matchups work?
I actually played my cousin over break, but it's more just for fun. We don't
I
fight
mean,
it out. We don't duke it out.
Well, I mean, like you guys like, hey, we're competing this weekend in this place. Are they going to do it against us?
Yeah.
Does that ever happen? Like you play against them? Like,
I had to play. I played my. Well, okay. So some of my cousins are boys, so I don't play them. But the girl, she's about 3 to 4 years younger than me. I played her in a tennis tournament in Georgia. Oh man, we were really little. I beat her. I don't think I've been able to beat her since. She's currently, so there's a different star ranking for, it's like there's tennisrecruiting.net, which is a ranking system. That's actually not used most prevalently right now, but it was used when I was in juniors. And on this ranking system, so the highest ranking you can get is a blue chip. After that is 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, no star. She's a 5-star, so she's almost a blue chip. She's beaten a lot of blue chips, so the highest ranking I ever got was a 3-star. But a 3-star is kind of a weird position. It's kind of like you're almost too mental. So that was like one of my big struggles. I played 4-star, 5-star players, but I sometimes was able to beat them, other times not at all, just because my mentality on the court is a little off sometimes. Any other questions? Yeah.
How was that, like the 29-minute rally, how was that point scored? Was it something impressive, or?
I mean, it's just a normal point, like, it's just 1 point within a game, within a set, within a match. So that 1 point itself just lasted 29 minutes.
everyone just went home afterwards, right?
What?
Everyone just went home afterwards, like they loved it.
No, they kept going, and she both won the match and the point, I believe, so.
Maybe they'll play her a hug after the game.
I mean, I wasn't alive yet.
No, I mean your aunt should have. Your aunt better have.
Oh, yeah, I think she might have. I don't even know if my uncle knew her at that point, to be honest. I think she,
That's what I got good.
when I talked to her about it, or I actually recently just looked it up because I couldn't remember the exact like time for it. She played at, so there's this tennis facility, it's not too far here, it's the Tennis Hall of Fame, and she played at those courts, I believe. I think it was on a grass tennis court, because that's the only grass tennis court that's like really well kept within the United States, because it's at the Tennis Hall of Fame. I think it's in Rhode Island.
Do you prefer like different like clay or grass or?
I've never played on grass. I've played on both clay and hard courts, but like I said in the U.S., I don't think you were here for that. Their clay isn't actual clay. So actual clay is like that orange-red clay that you usually see on TV. The type of clay that they tend to have in the United States is hard true, so it's like fake clay, and it's green. I personally like hard courts better. Because clay courts, you have to have ridiculous footwork on it, and the ball is a lot slower pace. Hard courts, things are a lot faster paced, and I kind of like that, because then I don't have as much time to think, I just kind of react.
Don't you like to slide around a bit more on clay courts? Just really
Yeah.
dusty and stuff?
Yeah, it's kind of fun. You can even slide on hard courts too. Like I slide on a hard court sometimes, but clay courts, yeah, it's much easier.
I feel like if you slide, it's gonna be like if you run really, you have to have like a lot of momentum to slide on a hard court.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like sort of sandpapery.
Yeah, a lot of people slide on hard courts, more guys than girls, I'd say. People wipe out all the time. We actually had a girl last year, she slid on one of the hard courts and tore her ACL. Yeah, it sucked. And it sucked because she was out that entire season, and she had just gotten back from having shoulder surgery. And she had that injury. Yeah.
So like a lot of times in matches, there's like people like we'll hit the ball on the other side of the court, they will just look at it and just be like, guess I'm not getting it.
No. Most players.
Like you literally watch it. He hits the corner, and you look
Just
at it.
look at the ball and go, oh, I'm smacking
They were probably
that
just
one.
caught flat-footed.
Well, I mean, like
clearly
you
couldn't
watch the
do it
video where
again.
he did that, like it hits the other side of the
Yeah,
court, and he's
because-
just like,
Usually they're moving in one direction,
Yeah,
you know?
and that's
Yeah.
exactly right. If you looked at the player and opponent, he got his opponent so off balance that he didn't have the amount of time to physically react, to turn around and go to that next
a
ball.
lot of times it looks like they literally could have made it for a try.
Okay.
But I think it's actually,
You know what, Max? Let's get you on a court and play, and let's see if you can do it.
all right. And it seems like,
We'll do it.
they could have made it. They just like, oh, well, there's no point in wasting my energy on
Yeah.
this one point.
I feel like it's how with like a lot of professional sports like baseball, the guy
Baseball
like
definitely
hits the
is.
ball and
That's
just like
true,
fuck it,
yeah.
I'm running.
Yeah, like basically like, oh, I can't make it. I'll just assume. I think sports have been like a lot lazier.
I don't know many tennis players who do that, so I'd say no to that question. Any other questions or comments? No?
Have you ever played Wii tennis?
Yeah, I actually suck at it. I'm really bad. I don't. Oh, my dad almost broke his hand playing it once too. He didn't realize there was a wall there, and he took a full entire tennis
Oh
swing
my
and almost broke his hand.
Are you the kind of people who like throw the Wii remote at the TV?
No, we have the straps. We don't trust ourselves enough.
You can actually just play using like your wrist if you just like flick it
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, it's like more fun for me since I actually know how to hit a stroke. But then the like gets timing all off in the Wii, and yeah.
In 8th grade, one of my friends was like the #1 in the world at Wii bowling. Yeah.
Nice. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you just go like this.
Do you think some of the skills of real tennis transfer well to ping pong? I've heard mixed things.
Personally, yeah. Actually, most people who I know who are really good at tennis are pretty good at ping pong as well. So, I personally consider like I don't play ping pong very often, but like I consider myself better than the average person just because I actually use some of the tennis like strokes. And like I hit slice, I hit spin on the ball. For most people are just like hitting it. I'm like using a swing and like getting spin on the ball. So
Yeah, I feel like it's really easy to like way overestimate on ping pong.
yeah.
And just like hit it way.
My favorite is like hitting as hard as I can and nailing someone. And that doesn't happen that often. But
Jesus.
only a little aggressive sometimes.
What about like racquetball or something?
Squash.
Racquetball or squash.
Do you like?
That's completely different. And so in sense, like I don't even know if they have like the different types of grips or spin on the ball. Like
There's
what I've seen from it is you just hit the shit out of the ball.
well,
Sorry, I'm like swearing.
in squash, so there's no. I guess there are different grips, but you don't like actively switch between them. They're not that different.
Yeah.
And what was the other question?
Racquetball?
No, whether or not like there's different shots. I mean, you don't just like hit it. Obviously, there's a whole bunch of strategy just because the court that you were playing in like an enclosed plate space. You can
like,
hit it off
like one
all. You
side
can hit it off
or the
all
other
4
side.
walls. It's like there's strategies where you hit it off like a wall and it bounces on 2 others and then goes like right into the
I
corner.
actually like playing the game. We should play that.
Yeah, do you have a racket?
I feel like
No.
I did it.
It's so
Borrowing
squash bowling is like the I play like both just like throwing balls at walls and stuff like
Do they have a court?
But
Yeah, there's squash courts.
Julia, can you bring us extra rackets? We can play squash.
No, they're different.
They're different rackets.
And there's a completely different ball too.
It'll
Like,
work.
So squash balls are small, racquet balls are bigger.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have,
You know that?
I have squash. I have a racket and like a few balls. So
We
if
can
you
switch
get
off rackets.
if you can get a
Here.
racket,
It's like,
then
you go.
we'll play.
Yeah. I mean, you can borrow my tennis racket if you want to.
That's not a good
You
idea.
probably have a better
It's gonna get broken if you play with a tennis racket
Why would you?
Really?
because you
Oh
like
yeah, the squash ball is a lot. Okay.
no. I mean you're like really close to walls all the time, and squash rackets are made to like withstand the impact if you accidentally hit a wall.
Yeah, but if you have like good spatial awareness, I feel like you should do
I mean it's max.
Spatial
it.
awareness.
Nice point. I agree with that.
No, like even after
Second that
like pros at the walls like all the time too. Like if you get a ball, like if you have a ball that's like, literally painted on the wall,
Yeah.
it's impossible to hit it without hitting the wall. So
Oh.
you have to like
Yeah. So let's not use our racket, or I won't let you use my
Oh, I see how it is. It's all the people who use your
racket. Okay, question.
I apologize.
So there's always the dumb rubber things on the tennis racket that are like right in the middle of the wires. Is it really like?
Oh,
like,
a dampener?
Yeah. You don't
Okay,
have it on
yeah,
yours.
so like right here,
Yeah.
there's a dampener. That's really just for like when you hit the ball, like the
Vibration thing.
vibration. really not that much science behind them. Most players have them. I don't have one. I don't like it.
I feel like you use it by
It's
accident.
also for that and like the sound. And then like there's even like different aspects, like we have these little rubber things that just helps to keep the grip on. They have a lot. They even have they've engineered some rackets now that keep track of how you hit the ball, like the amount of like spin, force behind it.
Gotcha.
So like they have like different chips in them. And I can't afford that, so I don't.
No,
have that.
you shouldn't want that anyways.
You could probably make one pretty easily.
Don't be a
Some
pussy.
IoT
Probably,
guy,
but I don't
probably.
feel like taking my part of my racket that already costs like a few $100 to attempt that. Maybe after college.
We could just make a
Yeah.
drawer through the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm,
I mean, it's what, carbon fiber?
But,
Graphite?
It'll be even lighter then. It'll be better.
but it's a racket.
I mean, you have a
Remember
counter.
racket? Yeah.
See, I feel like you'll hit the ball in the other direction because it'll hit the rubber thingy.
Yeah, and there's like even different types of strings for racket. So this is like a poly string, so it doesn't break as often, as opposed to like different softer strings which break a lot more often. And then a lot of people use two different types of strings. That's very popular now. So you get like those kind of two different aspects, and the strings don't break as often when you do that as well. And there's different types of grips, like
If a string breaks-
physically the grips. Like,
If a string breaks during a match, is it still your fault? Like if you hit it off because the string broke, is it your
yeah, it
fault?
doesn't matter if a string broke. That's why you have like I have like 3 or 4 rackets.
No, but
Just-
I'm saying like if a string broke and it managed to affect how you were hitting the ball, like the string like twisted around the ball or something like that, is it your fault?
Is it like a no point or the person?
No, you keep playing. You keep playing with your broken string.
Even
So
though-
that's what most people do when they break a string is you try to charge the net as fast as possible because you don't want to have to be able to do actual strokes. You could just like hit a volley and hope you win the point. Most people don't win the points when they break a string.
So like if it hit it out of bounds because the string had broken,
Yeah.
it is your fault still. You still
Yes.
lose the point.
It's your racket.
Yeah.
But it's not your fault that it broke. You didn't break. You didn't
Yes,
catch
it is, but you chose that string.
You lose the point. You lose the point.
Okay, so you have to just basically like pay to win now.
No.
All the time.
You're not getting the point.
I'm joking.
Alright. Yeah. Anything else? You guys want to play some tennis balls and rackets?
Do you do like tricks with it, like
Yeah.
and then like flip it over and then flip it over?
Yeah. Kind of.
Oh, man.
You do it. You're the D1 tennis player. I'm a nobody in tennis.
Like